find out you've been going around throwing
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Judy is in the building.
Block my blessing, and only for comparison. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, and make what you've been saying about me true. Tell them I need my money right now.
Shout out to Six Dragon Daddy Lee Cloud. Good morning, sir. Happy birthday to you, Lee. Happy birthday.
I'm ready to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, y'all. Come on in, get your coffee, your tea, your juice, your drinks, whatever it is you need to get your morning started, y'all. Benjamin Dixon Show starting up next. Y'all stay tuned. Up to Georgia Fort. Good morning, y'all. Y'all stay tuned.
Handle your business. Do what you think you need to do to get your revenge. But you won't break me, God, that's my witness. That's the point of no return. I'm on a mission. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. Tell them I need my money right now.
Y'all stay tuned, man. We got a good show coming up next. You don't want to miss it. Good to see everybody this morning. Thanksgiving weekend is here. Gobble, 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 gobble. Ready for some cake, some dressing, some turkey, some ham, all that good stuff. Oh, I got a song for it too. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
Say it again.
Esther Broach and Miss Nuru, Susan, Tiger, good morning, y'all. Mark S. Case, Counting Amber, Jack Toy, Boy, good morning. Kareen, A.R. Walker, Terry Stacy, Rolling Dragon, what's going on? Shout out to the hardest working troll slayer in the building. Chuck Diesel, what's going on, brother? Afraid Not, Infinite Content, what's going on? Courtney the SLP, Christopher Shaw, Sam Talarico, what's going on? Good morning, y'all. Holly Southern Style, Silk City Socialist, good morning. Laura Estrada, good morning, man. KFZ, what's going on, brother? Juanita Starshine, good morning. Ryan Bryce Brown, good morning, Bryce. I said Bryce Brown. Blackwell, good morning to you. Barbara, good morning, Barbara. The Pioneer, what's going on? Chris H, good morning. Alicia, what's going on, Alicia? Good morning, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room this morning. Fairy Girl, good morning. Shout out to wherever you're streaming from, man. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're streaming from. Good morning, everybody.
I'm not gonna worry. No, I'm
Patty P.
sorry. Gonna be the lonely one.
Luke Kang, what's going on? Nicole Howe. Shelby Hall, good morning.
No, I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. Say it again, say it again.
Hey, Miss Sophia, good morning.
Feel bad, so say it again. Only you can do that. My heart was open wide. I could feel it breaking deep inside. Cause it's too late.
Anna Hart, good morning.
Your time is up. Damage done and now we're stuck. Cause it's too late. You roll the dice, and now you have to pay the price. Oh, I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one.
Case, good morning, Case.
I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. In a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. In a better place now. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one.
roll with that beautiful beat footage, y'all. Y'all, welcome back to the screen.
No, you should.
Benjamin Dixon, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
You wanna smile, that's one of a kind.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Monday, November 22nd, 2021. I am joined, as always, by my brother from another mother, DJ Exclusive, who was pretty fly this weekend at a wedding, man. I saw you. I was all over your Instagram, and Rebecca was fly, all that, but you were Dapper Don, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing this morning, brother?
Doing good, man. I'm refusing to let these devils steal my joy. We're still going to find joy in the midst of all the madness around us. I'm doing well. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. Good long weekend, so I wish I could say it was well rested, but it's all right. I'm here and I'm ready to go. Thanksgiving weekend, man.
Listen. When it was the classic weekend, it was a big wedding weekend for you. It is a holiday weekend, and somebody in the Atlanta airport accidentally let their gun go off, so all the traffic around the airport was backed up for miles. It's been a wild weekend, and of course, Kyle Rittenhouse getting away with murder, quite literally. So there's a lot going on. We're going to be taking callers continuously throughout the show. We'll speak to more during the Like It or Not segment. You can call in. The information to call is in every chat room. Click on the number and the meeting ID to join us beginning again at 9 a.m. Hold your calls for now. Momentarily, we're going to be speaking with two guests who are going to help us to understand what it is that's happening in Mississippi and how a fight in South Africa is spilling over into the lives of black farmers in Mississippi. So we'll be talking about that momentarily. And then in a minute, man, I don't know if you had time to watch that fight, but we're going to talk about that boy getting beat so bad last night, he retired. Not last night, but this weekend, he beat so bad, he's retiring. So we're going to talk about everything in the midst. Yeah, man. It was so we have a special guest who's going to come in and give us some professional insight into that. Someone who might be related to a certain Georgia fort will be joining us later on. So that's it. That's what's going on, man. You got pictures from this weekend. I know those photos aren't ready yet. We might have to wait until the after party. But the Burgundy, man, you were rocking the maroon. You were representing Bethune-Cookman at the wedding.
Yes, sir. So the bride and the groom, I'm seeing if I can break this down. Okay. So the bride and the groom actually went to Cookman. It's one of my best friend's sister married my best friend's best friend.
Okay. I got lost.
I just lost myself.
They're good people.
But yeah. Good people's all family all the way around. So it was fun. And so we had to represent for the school. They were like, it's formal. So black tie. Yeah. And I saw that suit. I said, hey, this suit is fly as hell, and I look damn good in it. So let me go ahead and put this on,
bro.
So it was a hit, bro. It was a hit. It was fly.
It was fly. It was fly. I have to give you that. We're going to put them up on the screen. We'll talk about it more in the after party. You can become a member, patreon.com/The BPD Show or patreon.com/Like It or Not to get access to all of those particular details. That said, in the midst of us intentionally having joy in the face of people who would like to steal our joy, in addition to stealing our lives, I'm going to digress and shift to a story that's happening in Mississippi. It's actually an international story. And some of the backdrop of it I'm familiar with because of the situation that's happening in South Africa, where South Africans are seeking to have ownership of their land versus the settlers who they're there to take it or who have had it all those years. Now, that is a complicated fight that's happening in South Africa. I've done an entire episode on it. I'm trying to recall all the details, but we fleshed that out somewhere around episode 600 of the Benjamin Dixon Show. That said, that fight in South Africa is spilling over into the United States, particularly in Mississippi. And I want to talk about it this morning with two of our guests. We're just, as soon as our producer lets us know when those guests are ready, I want to bring them in because what we're seeing, James, just to give you an idea of how to best understand this, if I'm understanding it correctly, and our guests will be sure to help me to understand it clearly, white South Africans who are or who feel as though they're being disenfranchised in South Africa are potentially getting land in America through a visa program, but it's coming at the expense of black Mississippian farmers. I think I got the story right. They'll be joining us momentarily to discuss that, along with everything else that's happening. We'll be covering through the rest of the day. And the phone lines, again, are open. So, James, it's a busy morning.
Ooh, yes, sir. Let's get to it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to bring on the first guest. We do have two guests who are coming on to talk about this particular conversation, but I do want to bring the first guest, Ty Pinkins, who is a co-founder of the Pyramid Project, and they'll be able to help me to understand. First of all, good morning, Ty. Thank you so much for joining us. Could you help me to understand?
Thanks for having me on.
The pleasure is ours. Help me understand the nature of what's going on with black Mississippi farmers and how white South Africans tie into this.
Thanks for having me on again, Benjamin. I really appreciate it. And as we all know that farming here in the Mississippi Delta, historically, for generations, black people have worked on farms to make a living, planting crops and harvesting crops and everything. They know the land, they know the geography, they know the season, they know the equipment. However, over the past couple of decades, farm owners have started to import white South Africans to do some of these jobs. And in the lawsuit against Pitt Farms is based on allegations of racial discrimination and discrimination against American workers, the local black workers in the Delta, specifically that this farm paid white workers imported from South Africa more than they paid the black workers here in Sunflower County. We use Sunflower County as an example, but we understand that this is an issue that spreads across multiple farm owners across the Mississippi Delta in particular. And also that they eventually laid off most of the local black workers in favor of the white South Africans, and that they lied to the federal government in order to obtain visas for the white South Africans to work here in the Mississippi Delta.
You know, tell me more. I skip a couple of steps. When I hear you talking, I connect it directly to what's going on in South Africa. But let's talk specifically about the culpability of these companies. They're in Mississippi. What you're saying is that they are giving preferential treatment to these South Africans, white South Africans, and they are getting paid more than the black farmers who have worked and toiled the land for generations.
Well, what I'm saying is there's a program called the H-2A Visa Farm Worker Program, and the program is designed to help farm owners who can't find enough local work to do the job. And the program is perfectly legal. However, some farm owners are taking advantage of the program to the detriment of local workers. The H-2A Farm Worker Program says that farm owners have to make sure that they offer these local jobs to local workers. That makes sense. Before they reach out to foreign workers. Now, when they do apply to the Department of Labor to reach out to use the program, and they bring in foreign workers to work here in Mississippi, they have to do something else. If they bring in those foreign workers and they also have local workers working on the farm, also, they have to pay the local workers at the same rate or higher than the foreign workers. What we're finding is troubling because on the one hand, the farm owners are bringing in the foreign workers. The local workers are training the foreign workers on how to farm here in the Mississippi Delta because the equipment is different, the season is different, the land is different. The local workers know all of this. So they're training the foreign workers, step one. You know where I'm going. I hear you. You know exactly where I'm going. They're training the foreign worker. After they train the foreign worker, in this instance, white South Africans, they are literally in the same field on the same equipment at the same time, making $3 and $4 an hour more than the local worker. Step two. Step three is that after a certain amount of time, the foreign worker replaces the local worker. The local black worker is not invited back to work and is replaced by the foreign worker. So that's the 3-step process that's going on here. And that's why this lawsuit has been filed.
You know, it's funny because there's so much anti-immigration, anti-foreign migrant worker kind of language that comes from conservatives and Republicans. This is a pretty red state. You would think that they would be like really virulent in their opposition to this type of behavior. What's the difference between these particular migrant workers that has Republicans silent, maybe not even just Republicans, let me not politicize it, but has the people involved that normally would be crying about, you know, migrant workers taking our jobs and all that? They seem to be pretty quiet now.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you bring up the fact that it's a pretty red state. That's a good point. And I can't put my finger on right now specifically why they're quiet, but I can tell you that it's a pretty red state, has 4 congressional districts. 3 of the congressional districts are Republican, extremely Republican. The 1 congressional district, the 2nd congressional district, is, you guessed it, about 70 to 80% Black. And it's the only Democratic district in the state. And it's the district where the majority of these workers are coming in to work.
So, you know what? I might have to let you off the air because there's some things that I need to say that you don't need to be a part of, brother. What do we do before I go into a tirade? What in a rant? What do we do about this?
Well, I think we continue to hold farm owners accountable. Well, we know, and well, here in Mississippi, we know that farm owners have a lot of power. You know, they produce crops. Mississippi is an agrarian state, and that's especially true about the Mississippi Delta. They have a right to run their businesses. They have a right to use the H-2A farm worker program when they're doing it the right way. But when they're not, they need to be held accountable, regardless of how much power they have. So we need to keep holding them accountable. Keep the Department of Labor Wage and Hour Division has to investigate these issues on farms across the Delta and make sure that we're holding their feet to the fire and they're not mistreating local workers, and that particularly local Black workers are being paid what they're supposed to be paid. One of the sobering points in the Mississippi Delta is we all know that it's one of the poorest areas, not only in the state of Mississippi, but in the country. The unemployment rate is between 10 and 14% in some of these counties, while the national unemployment rate is about 4%. And to add more pain to it, the poverty rate in some of these counties is as high as 34%, is as high as 39% in some of these counties. So taking all of that into consideration and then offering jobs to foreign workers instead of local workers, that's painful for people.
Fascinating. Ty, to say the least, you know, we're going to stay on top of this story now that you all have brought it to our attention in such a clear fashion. And Mississippi is my stomping ground. I grew up there.
Really?
I'll be seeing you all soon. Yeah. Thanks so much for telling us about this, man.
When you're in Mississippi again, please look me up.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for shedding light on this. And we got to have you back soon to discuss this more.
Thank you for having me.
The pleasure is ours. James, I wanted to get this good, distinguished brother off the screen because I didn't want him to be held liable for the stuff I was getting ready to say. Man, do you see what they're doing? Do you see how they are happily replacing Black workers with white South African farmers because white South African farmers are aggrieved because Black South Africans are saying, give us our land back? Oh, man. They have brought this international thing. It sounds about white. Quite interesting, to be quite honest with you.
Ben.
Man, let me tell you. James, I'm reading the comment section. You's a whole mess anyway, James. God bless you, man. Listen, we're going to be talking.
You know my heart, bro. Don't start. You know me. I was wondering if you was going to see it.
We are not going to do this today, James. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. This issue is too important.
It is.
I can't stand you. Listen, we are going to be joined more. We're going to shift gears. Like I promise you, we are going to get back to Kyle Rittenhouse. I just don't think that he's worth our joy this morning. He's not worth. Yeah.
Man, it almost ruined my Friday, bro, because that was around the time the wedding was on Friday. So once I'm getting ready for the wedding, that's the first thing that comes across my screen is that verdict. And I'm just like, are you serious? Started cussing and everything. Words that I cannot say on the show. I will not say on the show. But yeah, man, it was just like, right. But it was just, I don't know. I knew what to expect already. So I just hate that. That's what we expect. We already know what the outcome is going to be, but we go into it thinking that maybe we'll get it right this one time. And as usual, hell no, we never get it right.
Yeah. No, man, my family members, extended family who were like, they really expected him to be found guilty. And I didn't. I really, really didn't because, white supremacy had something to prove here. It had to prove that it could still get away with killing black folks. And then in this case, killing white folks. It actually escalated. White supremacy actually unlocked a new achievement. It's getting away with killing white people now.
It leveled up.
Upgrade.
It
leveled
upgrade, bro. Level 1000. Yeah.
Because, if you can get away with killing white people in the United States of America, you really have arrived. But I don't.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to be talking. I want to bring the voice of God and welcome back. I mean, this is a good time as any to welcome back Dwayne, who was gone Dwayne, who was gone celebrating the birth of, well, you say it, man. I don't know. I don't like to tell people business. But welcome back, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm tired.
Did we even get Dwayne?
Oh, hold on.
Dwayne is in another meeting right now.
No. Y'all can hear. Sorry. I had you muted. I was muted to you. But I'm back. I'm tired, but I'm here. And
you tired?
That's all it is. Yeah.
Has the are you tired because you're not getting sleep, changing diapers? Is that why you're tired?
Yeah, I usually stay up pretty late anyway, but it's a whole new ball game when you gotta set 5 alarms in the middle of the night and to wake up in every 3 hours. So it's an adjustment. But
I'm not getting all these white hairs in my beard just because I'm getting older. It's because I have children. So welcome to the club, man. I want to welcome you to the wonderful world of being a father. So,
dang, what's my reason?
But you did.
I can't complain. It's dope, man. I can't complain. Got a little young queen in the making. So that's
what's up, man. The little baby girl would love. Congratulations, bro. And then, but you did, as any good father would do, you found time to watch that fight this weekend.
I sure did. And speaking of the fight, we got a special guest like you've been teasing, Ceriso Fort. Mr. Georgia Fort. I hope you don't mind me calling you that, sir. I know you box a little bit, so don't try to come find me. I like watching boxing, but I know you got the intel when it comes to that. So and as y'all can see on the screen, we're joined now by Ceriso Fort.
Hey,
Mr. Fort, how are you, brother?
Welcome.
Thanks for having my brothers.
Thanks. Hey, man, thanks so much for joining us. Please forgive us. I often refer to you when I'm speaking to Sister Ford. I often refer to you as Mr. Georgia. And then I'm sure you might refer to me as the guy who works for Georgia because she is the boss around here in case she, it isn't clear. That said, hey, bro, you know everything about boxing. Why did he get beat so bad he had to retire? Is that what happened?
No, I think he just came in a partial of his career where he just felt like he had enough, and he and most of the time it's the grind, the work, the everyday running in the morning, the daily schedule, and I'm pretty sure he got a heavy schedule because he also got a podcast, he got a staff, he got a routine. I'm pretty sure they go about. So, and then he got he's just got married, got family. So he got to get accorded to everything. And he's trying, got it. So I think in boxing, that's a big schedule that on a daily routine. So maybe maybe he felt like, it's time to just let it go. And if he would have won the fight, it would have been different. But I think by that fight not going the way, he probably wanted it to go, could put him in a position where he's like, hey, I just, I can move on with my life. And I did well.
And real quick, I'm gonna jump in here for those of watching that don't know what we're talking about. Saturday night, was a welterweight championship fight. It was Terrence Bud Crawford against Sean Porter.
That's right.
And Terrence Crawford beat Sean Porter. He knocked him out in the 10th round. But what I wanted to, because we were talking last night and we heard you in the background, Ceriso, doing your spiel about the fight, and I wanted to kind of get your input on it, because for those that know, Bud Crawford is the man. Like he to me, he's one of the most skilled technical fighters there is. And Saturday night, Sean Porter actually got to him a little bit, in my opinion. That's the first guy I've seen hit him like that in a while, but it should be scary for the others in the welterweight division, because Crawford took those shots, and we actually saw him get into a fight Saturday and still came out on top. So what you got to say about how that fight actually went? Because to me, like I said, I think if you want to say that Sean Porter was winning the fight, then I can't argue with you, because he was coming out and he was doing his thing. So what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I feel like it seemed like Bud never lost his element of comfort zone in a way. It seemed like he was in, he understood the plan. I don't know if that was a strategy or the game plan, perhaps, because it looks like he never seen Bud. He never seen phased or taken out of his place. But I see Porter was winning the fight. He was winning the rounds because of the work rate of Bud. Because Terrence's work rate wasn't there. But I say after the 5th round, I mean, he started popping the jab, and then everything started coming off the jab. And then, I mean, the fight just shifted. I mean, it shifted. And then I don't know if y'all recall, but at the 10th round, his corner, Bomac was like, Crawford, he's not bouncing. He don't got that bounce in his legs no more.
Yep.
He's not jumping in no more. He don't got that much power no more. Go get him. Go. It's go time. Go. And man, and Crawford went out there and just got to letting his hands go a lot. And the end result was the end result. I mean, it was over.
I saw the same thing. And as the fight was kind of going, I'm used to Sean Porter. He don't stop. He an animal in there. He'll bully you. He'll bum rush you. And it seemed like the work rate Saturday night was less than what he's used to. So I figured he could have carried that out throughout the whole fight. You know what I mean? Without losing that steam. But it kind of goes to what and I don't know if I'm sure you heard it at the end of the fight when they asked Porter's dad, his trainer, why he stopped the fight, and he said he didn't like what he saw in the training leading up to the fight. So do you think that had something to do with him kind of waning off in the tail ends of the fight? Because like you say, Crawford started letting his hands go and started catching him, and he put him down twice. First guy to ever knock out Sean Porter. But those who know boxing know that Crawford was going to keep going and he was going to finish him. But what do you think about the way his corner stopped the fight in the 10th round?
The way I feel like that was one of Kenny Porter. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you should let the referee. Didn't seem like he was trying to really stop it like that. He would have let it continue. I would have gave it one more chance. I mean, this is just me personally. The way I felt it was stopped. I felt like in that high magnitude of a fight, when you get the pay-per-view, it's pay-per-view, and individuals are spending their hard-earned money. I mean, they want to see the fight. Give him, but not only that, but just for his sake, all the hard work he put in, so he won't say, okay, at the end, you gotta remember. I mean, Porter was like, okay, I want to he was talking about a rematch, right?
Yep.
About not even an hour, within an hour, he was talking about retiring. I believe that was more so due to the hurtness of what his dad did, stopping, the way what his dad said. And I believe a lot of that played a role of him saying, I'm just retired. I'm done. Because that's something. But don't be surprised if you see Sean Porter, back in it.
Yeah, that's what I said last night, Dwayne. I said, look. Last night, I mean, when he said it, he was hurt. He's emotionally, physically, everything, right? But brother, you know a lot about this in a way that most people wouldn't even understand it. Like, help us to understand. Like, you know these guys. You've combated with these guys. Tell us your experience as a professional fighter.
Yeah, I had over 100 amateur fights, lead into it. I won some national tournaments. I took like third place in the under 19 tournament. I won world tournaments, the ringside world tournament twice. Me and Terrence Crawford was on the same team. Like I was the middleweight, he was the lightweight. Me and Sean Porter fought each other. I fought him in the National Golden Gloves. I fought a guy by the name of Danny Jacobs, which I think very highly of.
Jacobs is a beast.
Yeah, I feel like he a lot of people feel like he's down in his time, but he got to I feel like he can make a comeback and get back at it. As of myself, I can make a comeback, but it's all about what you want to do with your life. Where your mind at? These are on a high level. All these guys, we seen it coming. But yet and still it's about the opportunity and it's all about a lot of times who and who's able to help you get to that next level.
And just for the people watching, we don't bring people on this show just because they know people that's on the show. This man has a track record, and this man got a pedigree that allows him to speak about this intelligently. So Cereso, we definitely appreciate you coming on here. But I got another question for you. The welterweight division, man, is stacked. It's so much talent in that division. They showed Errol Spence on the side watching the fight, and he just got up and walked away after the knockout. Do you think we're ever going to see Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford? I know Bud Crawford been calling for that fight. A lot of people say Errol Spence will beat him, but man, Bud Crawford, to me, he one of the best I ever seen do it. Technically, he can do it all kind of ways. So what do you think is in the future of the welterweight division?
Yeah, I think next year the fight will happen. The fight it should all happen next year, but I don't think Bud is gonna stick around and wait. Like over a year, probably he's gonna make some other moves. I don't think Crawford is not gonna sit around and wait. I think Spence. It's kind of tough, with the car accident and the situation with these he's been dealing with. I mean, I wish the fight would have happened 2 years ago. I know a lot of people may not know, man, about Spence. A lot of people do know. Spence got in a bad car accident, then the torn retinol in his eye. He had leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight, we got to get a checkup. Like all boxers got to get a check. They do a CAT scan, make sure they do an eye exam. They do the eye, got to go get eye testing. You got to get blood work. You got to get so much work done to make sure that you're actually physically able to go into the fight. And Errol Spence last fight prior was going to be against Manny Pacquiao. And he failed. The eyes, they found torn retinol within his eye. So I don't know. The fight he get hit in the eye is like, I feel like Crawford's sort of in a position where it's like it ain't can't get his just dues. He won't get his just dues. He might have to move up, like he said, move up to 54 and
because like you say, there's not many people left for that want to fight him. I mean, people can say all day, yeah, I'll fight him, but when it actually come time to get in the ring with him, it's a whole different story, and make that fight.
Right.
So I know we only got a couple minutes, maybe seconds left, but since we got you and we talking boxing, who's your pound for pound?
I'm gonna speak on that part again. I truly don't think Spence is like don't want the fight. I think he want the fight as well, but I think it's just it boils down to leverage too. I think in that fight right there, I don't know who will win. Spence is, man. I seen he talented, man. I seen hand speed, defense. I mean, I'm talking like I seen him in the amateurs and like the stuff with that. When I first seen him, I seen him moving around like he was looking like Ali, man. Ali, rest in peace. Like he was moving. His movement was off the chart. I'm like, who was that kid? I'm like, because you got in the Nationals, they have 6 rings going on, or 4 or 3 rings, and you got the fight. All the fighters are fighting. It's continuous fights. So I look over. It's before my fight. I look over at that ring and I see him. He's in the ring, and the way he was moving, I'm like, man, who is that? Like, I started watching him, and he pulled that fight out, but he actually didn't win the tournament. It was a kid at that weight class from Minnesota named Javante Starks that pulled it out. He knocked out the dude that beat Errol Spence, and that was Errol Spence's first year in open class division. But I'll tell you, shortly after that, he figured it out and he won a national tournament. But it was just one of them things where I think if they fight, man, that's gonna be, I don't know who will win.
Dwayne, you were about to ask.
No, I was
Dwayne, you were about to ask the $1 million question.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know the answer to this one.
Because there's a lot of people say Canelo, a lot of people say Bud Crawford, a lot of people pound for pound, but a lot of people give kind of ding Bud Crawford a little bit because he hasn't been as active as Canelo recently. But who you got? Who's your pound for pound number one?
I mean, skill wise, there's two different categories. When you ask me, I give Canelo his positioning, and I think it's sort of tied at one to me. I'm the only one that maybe do the tie. I do the tie, so I say I give it a tie. I think they both number ones. But I feel like Canelo is number one due to his activity. Mm-hmm. I think Crawford number one is different. His skills, I feel like if they both was together, I feel like Crawford would beat Canelo if they fought each other. They was in the same weight class. But I feel like it's unjust. It's unfair in a way because Canelo he's moving up to cruiserweight, which is 190. Yeah. You got Crawford, finna fight at, he's fighting at he campaigning at 147. So, but skill-wise, pound for pound on a skill, I got Crawford, but then you got Canelo because of the activity. So, and even the welterweight division, I say I got him tied at one with Errol Spence because of the activity, though. It's the other way around. It's because of his activity, but plus his skill level when he fighting. And then you got Errol Spence there because of his skill level, and plus he campaigned at that weight division since he turned professional. Bud moved up from 135. He won a title there. Then he went to 140 and won all the belts at 140. And then he moved up to 147 and won that belt against Jeff Horn, which Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. But Spence have been at that weight class since he turned professional and ran it up. You know what I'm saying? He done so you got to give him his. You got to give him his.
Absolutely.
But also you got to also know that Crawford paved his way and did his thing. So I got him tied at one.
Absolutely, man. I'm so happy you were able to join us this morning. I'm just happy that.
And so next time you come on, man, Dwayne's gonna have his camera on too, so you can see the face of Dwayne over there chopping it up so hard, man. Brother, thank you so much for coming on with us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Pleasure's ours. DJ Exclusive, take us to a quick break. When we come back, Rebecca Azor is going to join us and probably harass us about FAMU winning the Classic. I already know what's going down. Like it or not, after this.
All right, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We got more coming up next with Like It or Not is going down. Back when we joining the plan. Then we're going to take some more of your calls, so make sure that y'all stay tuned. Benjamin Dixon Show, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Butterflies in my stomach. Butterflies
Shoot the Dragon, Cyber Sweetheart, Brother Tyler. Good morning, y'all.
Trust your words cause you don't need best.
Shoot the Dragon, yes I did. The beard got trimmed down significantly over the weekend. Mara Sharice, good morning, Mara. And shout out to Brother Chuck Diesel. Chuck Diesel got some skills out there too. 10 years of Taekwondo training, and also his instructor and sensei was also a Golden Glove winner as well too. So shout out to Brother Chuck Diesel out there, man. My dog can do anything.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool?
Infinite content, right? We got a whole Afro Samurai on the channel, man. What's going on?
Would that be cool? Yeah, beautiful.
Big Seal on the moon, good morning. Sunny, right? What's going on? Good morning, y'all.
I don't say these words.
Sister Matt, hey, what's going on, Nat? Taj Snoopy, I know you out there, Taj. Good morning to you.
Picket Hills and we'll be there. I want
Warren
you,
Register, good morning.
me too. Once you hear the rhythm playing, promise you won't be complaining. I'll be here fully if it's for you. Once my body gets to swaying, promise you won't be complaining. And I'll
Lena L, good morning.
Yeah, can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Oh, every heart in the world is looking for a partner. Many fish in the sea, but there's one I'm chasing after. I'm not afraid to tell the world who I choose. Baby, it's you. Oh, can I dance for you? Hey, would that
You know, I was just like I'm about to say. For some reason, my computer is typing. I didn't type my sentence stop like 10 minutes ago, and it's just now starting to come through. Good morning, B.
don't get like this?
Mama, you silly.
I kinda miss your attention.
You want to run this song? All right.
Can I dance for
All right, I got you.
you?
I mean, might as well go ahead and get it started. Might as well not waste people's time, huh? Y'all know what time it is. Like, not as what time it is. Good morning, y'all.
Get your coffee.
I just saw my computer last because it's glitchy so bad. What's going on?
Like it's not y'all. 9 a.m. to 10:30, yeah. Like it or not, is on your channel, yeah. Politics and culture is we change skin like we're supposed to, yeah. Interviews and all the news, we get to choose what gets the views. Like it or not, with Queen Azora, it's starting now, so stick around. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, y'all stick around. Oh, Rebecca.
Yep, see, I knew that was going to happen. So, Dwayne, like it, Rebecca Azor is coming through. You know she's got a good story for you. Oh, Benjamin, that's my dog. My computer crashed, so Dwayne gon' roll the intro.
Like it or not, with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Bruh.
That was good, actually.
My shit this is whole ass crashed on me, bro. In the middle of the song, it said, like,
No, I heard it. It was like you dropped a toaster in the tub. Welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
Not care who doesn't like it. You get a whole ass acapella for free.
You get, patreon.com/like it or not to appropriately thank the DJ for that acapella piece rendition of our pep song, Like It or Not. It's about to go down. That said, Rebecca Azor is going to join us momentarily. We wanted to come back as quickly as we could so that we could get the callers in. People have been waiting. We did not want to give Rittenhouse the entire day, but we do want to give you time to say what you want to say and let your voices be heard. The number is attached to each of the chat rooms. So if you click on that number and click on the meeting ID, you will be joined with us. I believe we have some callers already. Dwayne, if you could tell us who we have and bring them on into the conversation for us. Oh, we don't have. Okay. So we lost that call.
I think Josh has. Yeah.
No, okay. There we go. Who do we have? All right, caller, what is your name, comment, and or question? Tiger, you are live. You're live on the air, Tiger. What's your comment or question, brother? Okay, we're gonna hold Tiger until we get that. I don't have his audio, so when we get that audio straightened out, we'll come back to him.
All right.
In the meantime, we have a lot of clips, a lot of video feedback from people who are responding to the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict.
Ben, can you hear us?
Now we have them. Tiger, we have you. Before we go into any of these clips, what are you thinking? What were your thoughts about the verdict?
Well, as black folks, what's the saying? To be black and conscious in America is to be in a constant state of rage. We knew this was coming.
James Baldwin.
No, exactly. James Baldwin. James Baldwin was a really, really, really wise person. And if anyone who actually reads history, they knew that this was going to happen. It's no surprise that George Zimmerman, Kyle Rittenhouse, got off. It's just history repeating itself, and maybe that's one of the reasons why conservatives are pushing so heavily for what they claim to be critical race theory to not be taught in schools. Because once you become aware, there's a problem. We're essentially on a plane that's falling out of the sky right now. America's a plane falling out of the sky, and everybody's telling you, "Hey, don't look out the window." And out the window, you can see, "Hey, we're falling down 50,000 feet right now." So, it was very apparent. Everyone knew what was going to happen, especially when you were to actually watch the case, see the things the judge himself was saying. Who talks about he made a reference to like how he had Kyle pick the judges because way back when he had a black in the courtroom, his words. Was the one that got to choose. Man. Come on. Everybody knew. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Well, only thing I have to say now is at this point, if you find yourself going to a protest, be careful, be safe. I do not promote violence, but be specifically, I do not promote violence because the right wing is waiting for you. Do not do violence.
That's right. That's right.
So but keep your head on the swivel. Make sure that when you're out there, you have a buddy system. You make sure you don't get snatched up like they were getting snatched up over in the West Coast, and y'all be safe. Because when it comes down to it, there's not enough of us out there, people who actually know what's going on. So every single
Tiger,
one is important.
I thank you, one, for the call, but most of all, thank you for what you just said. Thank you for putting that context, because the right wing, they're dreaming, they're fantasizing of an opportunity to kill one of us and then get away with it. And so it doesn't mean that we have to be kumbaya all the time, but at the same time, like you said, we'll keep our heads on a swivel. Tiger, thanks so much for the call. We have a couple other callers that are coming up. 301-715-8592 if you want to join the conversation. The phone number to call is 301-715-8592. The meeting ID is attached to each of the chat rooms where we are broadcasting: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all of the above. James, bro, how does this make you feel in terms of just the threat? It's like they've been given permission to hunt us. If we say anything about if we protest at all, these devils think they have the right to come hunt and kill us.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at this white boy with these fake ass tears looking on the screen, and it's just like, bruh.
I've been trying to be serious for a second. James is just.
I'm trying, but he looks ridiculous, right? When you look at this clown, these fake ass. Man, it's just, I don't know, dude. It's just a lot. I'm still trying to process all of it, honestly, because because at this point, you're not even killing black people no more. Y'all killing white people out here. And it's just like, now it's open season. At first I used to think that, man, we have allies that we know that can work for us, work with us, and probably get stuff done better using their privilege. But now it's no. It's no rules anymore. Everything is unleashed now.
You're saying exactly what Reverend Al Sharpton, we don't play him a lot around here, but what you said mirrors exactly what Reverend Sharpton said. He said, they have now said that vigilantes can go to protests and kill people and say that they were defending themselves, which is a threat to all Americans. We are in danger. Let's run A3, Reverend Al Sharpton's response.
They have said now that vigilantes can go to protests and kill people and say that they were defending themselves, which puts all Americans, particularly those that want to protest for whatever issue, in danger.
And then Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was at the gathering in Brunswick, Georgia last week. I had a chance to see him speak there, but here he is speaking after finding out about the verdict of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Take the children. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Take the children. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Take the children. No more vigilante justice. No more vigilante justice. No more vigilante justice. No more vigilante justice. Stop the killing. Stop the killing. Save the violence. Keep hope. Keep hope alive. 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 Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. March. Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is real justice. Hate crimes. Man. Further investigation. Attorney General must become active. Attorney General of the USA, but we need to march on the Attorney General. Thank you very much.
You know, every time I see Jesse Jackson, it does. You know, he's getting old. He's getting older, and I hope to live that long. But his mind is sharp as a tack, and he's spitting the truth there, James. He's spitting the truth.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. You know what? A lot of people in the chat are saying, and you know, it's absolutely right. This is something that's been done, if you really think about it, going back to, I mean, my gosh, civil rights movement, even beforehand, during slavery. They've always been killing the white allies. Once again, we see it as it's just now being televised.
That's right. That's right. We have a couple of callers on hold. Before we go to any more clips, I didn't realize we had so many callers. Callers, forgive us. Let me take this next caller. Caller, give us your name, your comment, and our question, and tell us, really, we want to hear from you. How are you feeling about the verdict of Kyle Rittenhouse? You're live on the air. Okay. There we go. You're live on the air, caller. How are you feeling about the decision in the Kyle Rittenhouse case?
Hello?
Yes, we have you loud and clear.
Oh yeah. I would just say I think it's ridiculous. I think, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that so many people purportedly on the left supported the guy. I think that's the more alarming thing. I expected him to get off, but I think it's very telling that like so many in our movement, quote unquote, on the left supported him, and the fact that he's not only like being people are defending him, but the fact that he's being celebrated is the most alarming thing.
Yeah. Hey, no, that is alarming, and you put it. Before we let you go, what was your name?
My name is Del.
Caller. Del, thank you so much for that call. And to be quite honest with you, that is disturbing, James, to see some people who like to pretend that they are on our side, like they like to pretend like they're our allies. But you're no ally of ours if you can't see the miscarriage of justice in this Kyle Rittenhouse case. You know what I mean? Yeah. Caller, thank you so much for that. Oh, go ahead, Dwayne.
No, I was going to say while we're waiting on the next caller to come, like that caller said, it's more the people who purport to be allies that are coming on talking about, yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse, he was innocent, blah 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 blah. And then when you push back with the one, he's a murderer, but two, if he was black, the trial would have just been for show, because
that's right.
He going to jail forever. So when you push back with that, and then they like, oh well, no, it's not a race thing. He might not have shot black people, but at the core of it, it's a race thing. So that's what got to me over the weekend, was seeing all those people talking about it's not a race thing. But if you were to really look at it objectively, if this was a 17, 18-year-old black kid, he might not even have made it to trial. He might not have made it off that street after he killed them people. So
he would have still been waiting in jail to go to trial, probably for another 2 or 3 years.
That's right. I mean, look at Rikers. How many of our boys are packed in Rikers right now for a ticket? Right. So the fact is, justice does not move quickly for black people if we get it at all. Number one. And number two, you're right. We probably got summarily executed right there in the streets, Dwayne. Absolutely right. Let's grab this next caller. Caller, give us your name, give us your comment or question, and tell us how you're feeling about this Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Caller, you are live on the air. What is your name, comment, and or question? All right, we'll keep on moving. All right, let's try it one more time. Caller for the road, third time's a charm. Give us your name, comment, and or question. All right.
So keep
All right,
on
we're
going.
moving on to the next. We have a next caller. Caller, you are live on the air. If you're hearing my voice, that means you need to speak up. What is your name, comment, and or question?
My name is Danielle. I'm from Elizabeth City, and you actually covered a little bit of the protests that I was in earlier this year. I actually found out about the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict on my way to a meeting that was set up with a mediator between the community and the police. This is just the first meeting. It was just a group of basically protesters, but it was just so wild to hear about that. I didn't think I would care that much about this because he obviously wasn't gonna, nothing was gonna happen to him. I hate that it was obvious, but it was. But it affected me more because it was I'm on my way to this thing that I genuinely did go into with an open heart, let's see if this could be something that helps. But that seemed like just nonsense that was thrown at us to make us, just to appease us, just felt patronizing.
Right.
The most I got out of it was the suggestions that everybody had. Sorry.
No. I wanted to ask: did the decision change your perspective about race in this country, particularly how white angry men, conservative men specifically, white angry conservative men can get away with murder?
I live in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. It's around me at all times. I can see it with my own eyes every day.
Enough said.
I'm in the heart of America, Kaka.
Did she just clap me on my own show, bro? She just clapped me on my own show.
Very comfortable telling me things they shouldn't.
But I just got my head chopped off on my own show.
I love it.
She said, I am from the South. She said, I know racist when I see it. Caller, thank you so much for sharing that. Keep your head up and stay in the fight. We need solid allies all around us. Thank you so much. I want to go to the next caller because we have so many people on hold and we still have a whole lot of content to get through. But caller, if you hear my voice, you are live on the air. Please give us your name and tell us where you're from and what you're feeling.
Caller, go ahead.
Caller, you are live on the air. Make sure that you unmute yourself if you're calling via Zoom and give us your name, where you're from, and how you feel about this verdict. All right. In the meantime, while we get that, let's figure out what's going on with each of those callers. I want to play this clip, A5. Jason Johnson from MSNBC. I have a history with Jason Johnson. But he gets this thing so clear, so right, so accurate that I'm surprised that they let this be played on MSNBC. Listen to him break down what the implications mean to white people in America that Kyle Rittenhouse can now get away with murder.
Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 white men protesting on behalf of Black lives and got away with it. That's the single most important thing to understand about today's ruling. By allowing him to go free and potentially commit other crimes, this jury sent the final and loudest warning to white America about the dangerous rise of white nationalist terror in this country, one I suspect will be ignored by most thought leaders, politicians, and the press. Kyle Rittenhouse was able to kill Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber and face no consequences because those men were race traitors. white men who had the audacity to protest that police shot Jacob Blake, a black man, in the back 7 times in his own car. They stood against the core conceit of white supremacy, that straight white men have dominion over everything, especially black bodies. And when you stand against that position, you can be subjected to the same violence used against Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Freddie Gray, Walter Scott, and yes, George Floyd. The first thing that occurred to me after this ruling is, oh, well, okay, now it's just open season. Like if I'm walking around and I'm a white nationalist, coward little kid with an AR-15, and I see somebody drive by with a Black Lives Matter bumper sticker and I feel threatened, I can open fire. If I go by a youth group standing outside the local Target and they're chanting Black Lives Matter and I feel threatened, I can open fire. Paul, is the ruling today really a precedent, or is this the kind of thing that was always going to end up happening and we shouldn't see this as a real watershed moment?
Now, James, I don't watch a lot of MSNBC, but doggone it, I was surprised to see them let that truth be spoken so clearly, because the threat is clear. It has been clear to black people for a long time. I wonder if more white, well-meaning, good people see that threat has now seeped over and is killing them.
Yeah. Like you said, Ben, I'm surprised they were able to put that on the air as well, too. But that panel, man, looked real strong. So,
yeah. Ellie was in there, you're gonna get some truth out of that one, especially about these issues.
Right.
Let's try to grab this next caller really quickly. Caller, because we have quite a few on hold, and we want to get through as many as we can. We want to hear your voices. Yeah. Give us your name, comment, and our question. How are you feeling about the Rittenhouse verdict?
I'm ridiculously surprised that people think that they should let their child go to another state to pretend he's a police officer. I just don't get this concept, but I guess I didn't grow up in school shooting time.
Dang.
I mean, the minute he left the state and picked up that gun, he'd have been shot if he's black. I mean, come on, y'all. So, but no, y'all need to check out the Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, the white guys in the SUV that were the ones that plowed through the thing. That Joseph Morris thing, it might get taken down soon, but he has a still shot, and I think it's pretty much 2 white guys in the front seat. He's wearing glasses, very white arms, like not even brownish, not mocha, white, glow in the dark, and then it looks like a guy sitting next to him with shorts on and 2 white knees, and I'm like. Huh. But
did she say
their
glow in the
words
dark?
come back to haunt them.
She did.
Yeah, it was glow in the dark. It was like lit up in the car, like a big old flashlight. Like you've got. Oh Lord! But y'all need to check it out before it goes away. And I'm like, what is going on with people? Like I was a Republican, but I voted for McCain, and he's still a war hero, and I ain't gonna listen to nobody wearing makeup tell me otherwise.
Oh, wow. Okay. Listen, thank you so much for your call. My God, today. I don't even listen
again.
What's your name, caller?
It's Holly.
Holly. Okay. My God, Holly. You are a legend. Thank you so much for that call, Holly. Thank you so much for that call. James.
Y'all have a blessed day. But check that picture out before it comes up missing.
Right. Thank you so much. I have to now.
James, I don't know everything that she said, but I just heard her call that boy clear. No, glow in the dark. She said glow in the dark. Oh man,
freaking hilarious. That was great.
We got Rebecca Azor joining us momentarily. Dwayne, give that to me one more time. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next caller. Caller, not that it's a competition, but give us your name, comment, and a question. And you got to come hard to beat Holly calling Kyle Rittenhouse glow in the dark. How are you feeling, caller, about this verdict?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. What's on your mind? Now, give us your name and tell us what's on your mind.
Well, my name is Shay. I got to tell you something, man. I'm really... I'm speechless. When you got a white judge and you got 11 jurors as white and only one person of color, I mean, that speaks for itself for me. I mean, but the large part of it is it goes all back to Joe Biden, in my opinion, because the gun control laws, it seems like there's, it's going to take somebody, I think, that's grassrooted, that's not corporate bought, to get these laws adjusted, especially like the first 10 amendments. And I'm telling you, I really hope this is the last conservative corporate Democrat we have in the White House. Because I really believe if Bernie was the president right now, he would be fighting for gun control laws. I really believe so. And all I'm saying, we need more progressives in there to make
you're not
changes
lying.
happen.
Absolutely.
You absolutely right. Thank you so much for that call. I mean, let's be honest about it, right? There's culpability on both sides. Now, this is clearly the renaissance of white supremacy, like Donald Trump, and he's made it possible. This is their heyday, Rebecca. Good morning. How you doing? Good to see you, sister.
Good morning,
but
Rebecca.
man, they've been killing black folks a lot longer than Donald Trump, and now it's just they can kill white folks too. That's all. Hi, Rebecca. You're there.
Hi, Rebecca.
Is your mic? Good morning, Rebecca. How goes the day? Oh, her mic's on mute. Okay. You know, I swear mute is going to be the death of humanity. How you
Everybody.
I'm doing okay. How are you guys? How are you guys?
Doing
just
good,
talking with the
sister.
people, man. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I know you guys
How are you doing?
About,
what do you? Yeah.
No, there's a delay. So what'd you say, Ben?
No, it is a delay. Feel free. You're in charge, Captain.
No, I didn't have a story this morning. Well, not one that I could really get into. But I know that we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. And so I just got off the phone with my corporation. And this is a quick story, and we're going to push it to the side because I do want to get into the actual conversation about the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict and things like that. But for a while, you guys know I use my platform to speak my truth, because that's my job, right? And so, working for a corporation, we have this conversation all the time here, especially corporations that don't like when you speak on certain matters and things like that. It's already been a target on my back, with how I move within this corporation because of what I do. So that's why I go by a different name and just to make sure I separate myself from the company and things like that. But I guess with the most recent conversations that I've been having, and I feel like it's the recent conversations that are surrounding this particular case, I came back this week or last week, and I was told that I was magically on a leave of absence without pay. And I've been trying to correct that and have those conversations. I can't really get into it without them saying, oh, see what she said on air, see what she did, da, 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 da. But that is kind of like where I'm at right now with it. And I can't say it kind of sucks. It sucks because, I'm going to continue to speak my truth and always have a particular target on my back. Now, I wasn't even aware that I was placed on a leave of absence without pay. Okay. And I remember last year I had a discussion with you guys that I had signed up for a leave of absence for my mental health last year, and they decided not to pay me because I wasn't crazy enough. And so anyways, after the conversation that I have been having surrounding Kyle Rittenhouse, and at my job, they allow your manager to have free will over what they can do with you and decide if they want to give you pay or not, and I think that's weird, but that's how it works over there. And it's different for every state, and particularly here in this state for this particular corporation, that's what's happening with me. So as of right now, y'all, I'm just out here looking crazy. And it sucks because the holidays are coming up. But you know what? I think that because I had a conversation with Bubba too, I do want more time to be more hands-on and to be here with you all and give it, do what I need to do so that we can get these stories going and continue.
They gonna stop messing with you
and continue the work. So I don't know, guys, but that's just been my story. That's my morning story, but it's kind of
wow. Damn. Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah, you too. It's something.
Him.
Crazy.
Damn.
It's crazy.
That wasn't even.
Can I just say
that wasn't even subtle? Damn.
Right.
Rebecca just going.
You know what? I'm just saying. Patreon.com/Like It or Not. There's a conversation that we have to have. I'm tired. I will say this. They're gonna have to leave you alone. But I'm tired of us and good people always having to be at the mercy of scumbags, sociopaths, white supremacists, greedy bastards who want every dime possible. Like, they're really out here destroying. And I'm tired of good people getting hurt in the process. And it sounds like they just kind of having their way with you and you just having to survive.
I think they're choosing something in my throat. So crazy. I think I was frustrated a little earlier before I got on the show. I was yelling a little bit. But I think they're choosing to do this because they want me to remove myself from the corporation.
Yep.
But if I
That's
do
exactly
that,
what they're trying to do.
Yeah. And if I do that, I won't get
no
paid.
unemployment.
You know, I won't be able to get unemployment. So, because, it's crazy because when I do my job and then I get off. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing extra, nothing less, nothing like just, and I do that and I just get off in it. But I feel like, they're just looking and they've been looking. And I feel like with these recent things that have been happening and it's just a coincidence all of a sudden. They have nothing. I kept asking, what is it? And why will I not? They're like, well, we're going to go into an investigation and make it take a few days or some time before we can even get you back in the system. And I mean, that's a long story in itself, which I'm not at liberty to discuss. It's under investigation. But, and that to me, it just, I don't know, it's been stressful, but I'm not going to let it stress me out like I did last year. It has to, it sucks that it's around the holidays because, I got to go home. I am one of the people who take care of those things financially for my home. And now they're telling me you won't see pay for, the holidays for this particular holiday, hopefully not into the next. I rebuke that, but that's just kind of what it is. And we're going to be fine, though. We're going to be all right.
Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to announce this now.
What's your Cash App?
Well, before you do that, because I want to do something, and we could totally give it out. Give that out now. And if you all want to be an immediate blessing to Rebecca Azor, please do that. Becca's Voice, $ Becca's Voice. Did I get it right, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But also, we're going to do a Patreon-a-thon. We're going to raise enough. We need 1,000 new patrons. So matter of fact, I might be 2,000. I need to get Rebecca and James away from these sadistic corporate bastards who are going to do crap like this at the last second. And the reason I need to do it that way is because we need to make a permanent solution. We need a permanent solution because we don't need y'all subjected to these clowns past this because they're playing with your livelihood. They're playing with your sanity. And they're just playing with you. And we got time for that.
Yeah, the sanity is the big part about it. I feel like they want to break me because, last year I was a wreck, but therapy has helped me through all of that. And I'm like, this year, everything that I learned and went through last year, it's not gonna, it bothers me. I can't lie. It bothers me. It bothers me to the point where I was dreaming about it last night, y'all. It was great. I was dreaming about it last night, ready to literally get up and
And this isn't because of your performance. You're doing your job.
I'm doing my job.
It's because you have the nerve to say something outside of your job about the nature of your job.
Yes, and that's what I believe. And I have a lot, and like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss because it's under investigation. I have messages from my manager. I have messages from a lot of things, and I also believe that it was because my also internal investigation of how they were dealing with COVID-19. And remember, last year I had a lot to do with how they changed how they were doing fees, because I spoke about it during COVID-19. So, there's been that target on my back. So a lot of things that I speak about in connection to anything political, it's also like, remember, I've even had a meeting where they're like, you need to be careful. You need to not. You need to. And I'm like, this is my job, y'all. I don't even go by my real name over here at this job, just to protect you guys. Y'all stinky behinds, just to protect y'all. Just to protect you guys. And I feel like every single time they beat me down, they know that they have really good benefits that helped me through getting through a lot of medical things and stuff like that. They throw that in my face often. And that, like I said, sometimes you endure the beatings and the whippings by the corporation because it's something that benefits you there. And for me, that's what it was. And now
you gotta pay your bills. You gotta make the money.
And now I'm at the place where I'm at the end of it. And I really just want to do the work here. And that's my dream for myself. That's my, and I won't say long-term goal because we've been at this for a minute, not only in this different phase of Like It or Not, but even before, we've been at this for a minute. And I think now I just want to be here and do the work. I want to be here and do the work. I want to make everything that I do count, and I do not want to be reprimanded from it for it, aside from the white terrorists in the comment section and stuff like that when you fight for something that's right. But aside from that, like, I really want to be here. I want to do the work. This is what I want my day-to-day to be. I want the growth of what we're doing because I think it's very important, instead of being belittled and my voice being quieted and asked to be a robot or a corporation.
You know what you reminded me of in that moment?
That was that in my face, yeah.
You reminded me of that Oprah Winfrey question to Meghan Markle, I guess her name is. Were you silenced or were you silent? And you're saying they ain't gonna silence you. That's what they want, though. At the end of the day, they want to be able to treat corporations just like this justice system. They want to be able to get away with murder, do what they want to with you on your job, force you to come back in during the pandemic, barely pay you any livable wages, and then you not be able to say anything about it. And if you got the nerve to say anything about it, well, you know how that goes.
Yeah, and it's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. I'm gonna be strong about it this time. I ain't no weak girl, woman. We gonna rock it out.
Well, let me cheer you up, Rebecca.
I believe in.
You had some good news this weekend. I mean, for the first time, it's a hard pivot, but I know it'll make you smile.
For the first time in nine games, in 9 years.
10 years.
They say a cat only has 9 lives, but the illustrious, the prestigious.
It was 10 years. It was 10 years. It was 10 years.
Anywho,
10 years.
The prestigious Florida A&M University has won.
Do I know my friend or do I know my friend?
But it's okay. But we won though, sweetie. And the way that we won, it wasn't any kind of win.
10 years.
It's something different. It's something different. And this is what I want you guys to say. And I thought about this too. I thought about dropping clips. I thought about bringing it in orange and green this morning. I thought about coming in real strong and real hard on you guys. But I said, no. It's 2 against 1. And it's oftentimes I sit here and I get the pressures and the raggedy nails of the little cats over there in Daytona. That's
hell wildcats.
That stressed me out. But the fangs of a rattler will strike again. And that's what happened. They might say that we're going to stay down, but we brag different. We brag different over there at Florida A&M University. And
y'all talk so much noise. It'll be nothing but
I want you guys today to just join in on giving Florida A&M.
Oh, God. Do y'all see what I endured to make my friend smile? The things we got to endure. I'm glad you're feeling better.
So I still ain't going to clap for them. Y'all won, but it's been 10 years.
Yeah, and we still won. And it's crazy because not only did we win, ESPN decided to only show our marching band on the field that day. Not because we won, but because we are that illustrious. There was a point in time.
Girl, don't get it twisted, girl. Let me stop you right there, girl, because I ain't gonna let you go that far now. The only reason they did that, because I watched that little bull crap show. It was only a few minutes. They didn't show enough of y'all to make it seem anything. Don't get it twisted, girl. Don't get it twisted.
Many times.
University has been on the TV all year, and we have been ranked number one HBCU for several of those years. Y'all just got number one last
but
year.
we're the number one HBCU in the nation.
Y'all just got lucky because y'all were the home team.
I know that you guys may have been locally, but we are.
Y'all were the home team this year, so y'all got more TV coverage. That's the only reason why y'all got something on.
So it's okay, Bubba. Breathe, baby, breathe.
And you know what we can all hate together?
But you know what, Dwayne? What you can do, Dwayne, is drop those pictures from the wedding. Let me show Rebecca how we did it over the weekend.
We have a caller that's been waiting too.
I said you looked good this weekend, Bubba. I ain't even.
I tell you what, let's do this.
In my room,
James.
James,
let's hold the pictures. Let's hold the pictures for 1 second because we still have. I think we have 2 more callers left. Some of them have been waiting for a minute. And Rebecca, I'm glad. I knew I could make you smile by acknowledging that Florida A&M University, for the first time in a decade, I didn't have children.
They did win.
Last time FAMU won, but they won. I have 3 children now, and they won. Yeah. That's the last time.
And that's okay. There's so many generations that can see this win, and the way that we won is. My God.
It was a good win. It was a convincing win.
It was an amazing win.
Y'all beat us real good.
Yeah.
Y'all beat us real good. All right, so let's talk about someone we can hate in common. Yeah. Let's talk about someone who deserves our equal hate, and that's this injustice system. Caller, thank you for your patience. We want to get your name, where you're from, and tell us what you're feeling about the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict.
Hi, Ben. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's your name?
Oh, this is Roller Dragon.
Roller Dragon.
Thank you so much for your patience.
Dude, I am so sorry. I have never been able to make a Patreon party. My meds just don't make me that pliable. Late at night.
That's okay. That's okay. You watch and you're right here with us every day. So,
kiddo, if I could put more on my Patreon for you guys, I would. But I want to address this. Everybody within the sound of my voice, go to patreon.com/ like it or not and sign up. I don't care if it's $5, if it's $10. Get these people out of the psychotic cycle, please.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, Ben, Rebecca, and Bubba, I've been with you guys since it was clickbaity. And then beyond. Ben and Rebecca, I've been watching you since you guys were in Boston. I got to tell you something.
Wow.
We have a much bigger problem at hand. I'm calling from Connecticut, which doesn't see a lot of what you guys go through, but it's very camouflaged because I'm seeing this as class, not color. It does turn out to be color down there a lot, but up here it seems to be money, which equals a sense of class, which equals a sense of entitlement. Color does not play into this. These are black, white, Hispanic, whatever you want, whatever. If they have money, they assume that they have a position of status. This is becoming a problem because when you start mixing in the evangelical religion and their two-faced lifestyle, we have a much bigger problem. This is Germany, 1938.
That's right.
And looking at the Rittenhouse trial, we have another problem there. That trial never should have been on the county level because it was a multi-state situation. They tried to say it wasn't, but it really was. He was underage. Not to mention that his mother drove him there. She should be charged as well. As well as this should have been federalized due to the fact that it was a weapon, a semi-automatic. He was underage, should have not been able to carry it, barrel length notwithstanding. The judge was goofy AF. I swear to God, he wants to be on the people's court. The cat was just like, I felt like I was watching Judge Magoo. It was horrid. Absolutely horrid.
Damn, Roller Dragon, why are y'all like this, man? But you're absolutely right. That judge was a village idiot, to say the least, and he shouldn't have been on that trial in the first place. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think we're dealing with a level of theocratic fascism. You put it side by side. Exactly. You got these evangelicals, and you have these authoritarian, these maniacs, and I think we are facing honestly, yeah, no, I think they want everything. Rebecca and James, I want to get y'all.
Yeah.
I think these people want to take over the country and shut it down completely, like all of it.
Well, here's a third prong. There's a third prong to this. The third prong is the corporations and corporate America. What they're doing is they're getting involved with all of these highly religious or semi-devout cafeteria Christians who basically play hunt and peck with the Bible and say, that's what I'm going to do. I'm personally a recovering Catholic, and I actually believe in faith, but I don't believe that anybody's got a damn idea what the hell it's about. But the corporations combined with the religiosity of the evangelicals, and then you throw in the white supremacists.
That's what we got.
And it turns into a class war.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I'm going to say. But like I said,
my friend,
everybody join Patreon. Patreon.com/like it or not. Join up right now.
Thank you so much for that, Rebecca. That comes right back to you. The corporations are part of this. They not innocent in this thing. They're not innocent in none of this.
No, they're not innocent in any of this. You know what's so crazy to me? There's so many things that surround this, and especially the point that I do see as well, and it may be a class thing, and then at the same time I look at it as people who are allies, right? That are other, that are white. If something happens to them at the hands of a white person, a white supremacist, as we can see if we use that example with Kyle Rittenhouse, clear as day. If something happens to them, the narrative will always be what we just saw. White people protecting black folks, speaking for black folks, and probably will die because of it. They don't want you to remember their names. They don't want you to see that as something, right? They don't want you to say, even if white people can kill their own because they're supporting us, they don't want that to be the storyline. But that's what it is. It's funny because when we saw what happened at the Capitol and we saw that woman get shot, they put that image of that lady everywhere possible. But those two victims of Kyle Rittenhouse, we didn't even know. Many people didn't even know they was white. They wanted to make sure they kept that under wraps to create the story, to protect this man. I'm gonna call him a man because they want to coddle him and put out that image as if he's a little boy. But that's what we see here. So even when I want to say it's not about color, it's always going to end up about color. Like, those white people were protecting black people. Those white people were the only ones that felt that they can challenge this white terrorist in Kenosha. While we were protesting another black man's murder. It's sick. And I also think it has to do with class as well. These suburban white kids, the protection that they have with corporations, the evangelicals, all these people that protected them and praised and did parties when that young man, that old man, because that's what that man was free. Kyle Rittenhouse was protected by a system. He was protected by the judge as we watched through this case. There was so much bias right in front of us in this case. Things that we would think would be unbelievable, like it's on some kind of TV show.
That's right.
But everything was lined up in white supremacy, drenched in white supremacy. The system that we know, and I said this on my Twitter, the system was literally, we see that it's working the way it was always intended to. And that's never to be a voice for Black people. That's never to protect Black people, no matter the situation. We can get a white man to kill someone and be let off, as we saw with George Zimmerman as well, into the streets to become a celebrity and possibly kill again.
Right. That's right. I think the kind of, I want to be honest with you, the flip side of this is that they're making Kyle Rittenhouse to be some kind of great leader. He's like, that's their hero now. And I'm like, honestly, if that's the best y'all can do, y'all already lost. It's just a matter of time. I want to talk to the next caller. This is a call. We have had callers on hold for hours now. Caller, please unmute yourself and give us your name, your comment, and or question.
Hey, it's Alicia from Minneapolis. How are y'all doing?
Doing great. How you doing,
Lisa?
Hey, Lisa.
It's Alicia. Hey.
Alicia, yeah.
I just wanted to...
Oh, girl, get us right.
Yeah.
She said, don't give her no nickname.
You know.
She said, don't let nobody mess up your name ever. Ever.
Hey.
Right. Just wanted to say good morning. I really honestly don't have like too much content. I just wanted to say good morning and I love y'all. And since I've been bugging you guys about call-ins, I figured I better call in. And so I really
just wanted to say I love y'all. At the patron parties all the time. And Alicia comes to party with us and I love it. So shout out to you, Alicia. We appreciate you. Love you, sister.
She has the rose picture, the picture of the rose, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm the rose. Yep.
I know who you are, girl. I know who
and
you are.
always had the fly ass color hair. Always the nice love her hair every time.
Yes.
If you would like this personal connection.
No, but I support you. Yeah, I support you guys, and I mean, you guys are like family for me in the morning. I just love to turn it on and see my people and be in chat. We have the best chat room too. So I just wanted to put my support out there. Love you, Rebecca.
Love you back, Mama.
Oh. Yeah, so y'all are making us. You're making us warm up. I wanted to have a cold, dead heart today dealing with these white supremacists, but thank y'all for showing us love. And we're going to keep the phone lines open going forward. We're going to make sure we always have a phone line for the people to chime in. So thank you, Alicia.
Thank you. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. She's out of here. She was like, look at bye.
She kept it tight. She kept keep it succinct.
Yeah.
That's what's up. If you would like that kind of personal connection that you just saw demonstrated between James and Rebecca Azor and that wonderful caller, patreon.com/like it or not. You get that kind of love and attention at all of our patron parties. That's what's up, y'all. Appreciate y'all doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Look. There's Sarah. I literally thought I read that as SARS. We'll get to that in 1 second. I'm so stupid. What do we have coming up in the after party, David? I'm throw you on the spot.
Oh, dang, we're already at the after party. I'm like, dang,
we're in the middle of the
I've
after
been here
party.
2 seconds.
We got a couple of clips that James dropped, I think, last week. But and
we got
unless you guys want to see James because I know we have one too, and we have James pictures that I don't think we got to.
Yeah, we got it because there was those.
I have a conversation that I actually wanted to have, and it's not going to be like a spoiler alert or whatever.
Should we get the last caller in first, or can we?
Get the last caller in so we can just run our mouth a little bit.
Sarah, you are live on the air. Tell us what you're thinking about the Rittenhouse verdict.
Hi. So I wasn't really surprised at all. Actually, I listened a lot to Pascal's show about during the trial. And to be honest, I think one thing that I forget the guy's name, but a lot of people forget that there was a white supporter. I don't remember what was it called it was sorry. He got shot by the cops because he said it was self-defense, and basically Trump was like, oh, well, you know what? He shot right-wingers, so we're going to go get him. And they shot him. And I feel like everybody just forgot about that.
Oh, no. Michael Reinhold. Yes, he was Michael Reinhold. I forgot what state. It was on the West Coast. He was a Black Lives Matter supporter, a white man who got into a conference. Thank you for reminding me, because I forgot the substance of why he ended up being executed by Donald Trump. I want to be clear.
Because they just went to get him because Trump was like, oh, you know what? We're not going to let this pass. He killed right wingers, so we're just going to go after him. But I remember that they just like shot him, no questions asked, and he literally said it was for self-defense. And nobody defended him at the time. They're like, oh, well, whatever, who cares, you know? But now Rittenhouse is like self-defense, and they don't care. So, I don't know.
Thank you so much for bringing that back to my remembrance. I did forget about that case. During the George Floyd protests, a white ally by the name of Michael Reinhold, I'm probably pronouncing his last name wrong because y'all know I mess up everybody's last name, but he stood up for some black people in the protest and ended up killing what he believed was a white supremacist, but a person who was a clear and present threat to the life of his friend. He killed that man. Donald Trump sent federal agents who executed that man on sight, no questions asked. That's how Donald Trump and Republicans want this to be balanced. If we defend ourselves, they will use the state power to execute us. If we even get that far, they'll use the police right locally to execute us. If they kill us in self-defense, they get documentaries done for them by Tucker Carlson on Fox News.
Not only documentaries done, they're, they become celebrities, but it leaves room and the conversation and the what ifs where we have another protest, because we know that cops aren't going to stop killing black men right now. They're not. And I hate to say it like that, but they're not. But it leaves room for that to happen, where if we go out and protest, white boys, white men don't have to wear their hoods, and they can come with rifles into a protest and say that they are being protectors and protecting America, and kill people and get off for it. And I think that is one of the main things that I also got from the coverage of this from white networks like Fox. They like that because they know that if that conversation is out there, if that pushes, that will stop black people from going out to protest.
That's what
these murders.
That's right.
Of black men.
That's right. That's exactly right. They want to silence our voices. Just like, honestly, I see it exactly. The most powerful thing we have against these people is our narrative, our voices, our platforms, and our unwillingness to stop. We're not going to stop. We're not going to quit. So if they make us fearful that Proud Boys are going to show up with guns and kill us, then they silence our voices. If they make us fearful that, oh, now Kyle Rittenhouse is going to sue us, then they silence our voices. If jobs and corporations say, oh, you're speaking out, so we're going to put you on a lead, the most powerful tool they have against us is to silence our voices. And when they can't do it rhetorically, Sarah, thank you for the call, and thank you for bringing this to my remembrance. Donald Trump has shown that he'll do it literally. Well, hell, Kyle Rittenhouse showed that he would do it literally, and this country will celebrate him.
And they will protect him. They will protect him. We have people who are who have life sentences, preparing for execution. Before I get there, I don't know, this just came into my head. While all of that is happening because black men, and I'll just wrap that up, black men in our justice system will never be protected. They will never be covered. They will always be, even if somebody lies on them, they will be put to the max time every single time. While little white boys and white men will get off for free. Sometimes we never see them cases that happen that are really, really, truly extreme. We see that until we got damn camera phones covering these damn cops. But put that to the side. Joe Biden. Joe Biden got on Michael Jackson's TV to tell us that he thinks that the verdict and the justice system did what they had to do. And he supports that.
Do we have that clip?
Man who went and got a colonoscopy while he was just getting his colonoscopy, and then put Kamala Harris as president while he was getting the colonoscopy. And cause we ain't ever see Kamala anyway. It was a position that she ain't had to do nothing while she been doing nothing. That man, we didn't look for her opinion or conversation on that whole Kyle Rittenhouse. Nobody was looking for her. But while that man was over there getting a colonoscopy, however you pronounce it, while he was over there doing that, cleaning it out, getting it done. He comes full of shit. He comes out spewing shit out. He comes out to say that the way the justice system handled that's the way to go, and that's where it was very problematic for me, because our president of the
I didn't expect nothing less from him.
But hold on, let's take it a step further though. Was he wrong? Because if you look at it, ain't that what the justice system was designed to do?
And I agree with you on that, Dwayne. And hi, how are you, by the way?
Hey,
I agree with you on that. But missed you too. But I really will say he had a opportunity as the president of the United States to actually open up a conversation, present something to the American people. The same people that he was saying, look what I've done for African Americans. Remember that? He had an opportunity right then and there. And he did not use it. Because why? Like you said, this justice system was designed to protect people like Biden, like Kyle Rittenhouse, like all them people. That's why he can speak for this justice system, because he benefits from it.
What the shit? I ain't got nothing to say in reply to that. Church said amen.
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 James, you were dapper done this weekend, man. Are those pictures ready? Because I'm tired of that little mediocre incel. Oh, he gonna get him some now, so he ain't gonna be incel no more because he's famous. But I'm tired of Kyle Rittenhouse occupying our bandwidth. Look at your boy.
Bubba was so sharp. No.
That was that was the after. That was like the drunkenness.
No, y'all gotta put. Where's the other picture? Because Bubba came out.
There it is.
Listen to me, Bubba. Where's the music, baby? Because Bubba, Bubba, you need to give yourself a soundtrack right now, baby. Give yourself something. Because I said Bubba came out with the mahogany. Okay,
hey.
The mahogany. Okay,
and this picture so right here. Oh, and let me tell you, she went to FAMU, so we were doing. We like, all right, we gotta take a picture because she decided to wear her green, and I'm like, I was gonna wear my maroon. So I'm like, we got to get a picture. We doing all this crap talking, so we know we got to get us a picture in.
It looks good. It's giving BCC and Florida A&M University.
Right, because we ain't got no little sign, so.
and our colors, but even with our colors, we never gonna really do the true orange and green. We're gonna find teal, and we're gonna find something a little tangerine. And the same thing with y'all. Y'all gonna do burgundy, a little bit mahogany. Sometimes it's covering off brown, and wear a little gold with it. You know what I'm saying? And,
that's closer to the mahogany brown than the maroon, but it's maroon.
Good. You look really good. I like to see you smiling. I liked your bow tie. I like you was giving us everything we needed to have this weekend.
And when James come walking through, James be walking through like a G, bro.
I was looking at that too. I was like, listen, it's slim. It's giving me slim, and around the beard area. But one thing I like about your beard is those two gray streaks there. That is it just. Yeah, you look. You was fly.
Did you read the comment section? Did you read the comments, Rebecca? Because they were going crazy over your boy in the comment section.
They was like, "Damn, Bubba, it's damn." I was like,
"Okay." Called me their hubby and everything. I'm like, "Okay."
I saw that. That's what I said. Ain't he Haitian by association? Because I was gonna say something else, but bless God.
I fell out.
You just gotta, make sure we're always up to date on the right nationality. But yes,
I hate Rebecca.
Praise God for Jesus.
Oh man, what is that? What is
Jesus? Hello, somebody.
There's another one. Is there any more? Or is that all of them? There was a bunch of them, right? Talk along.
Yeah, some of them. That's the bride and groom. They're from Cookman as well too. So you got the bride and groom that came in. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Everything was so beautiful.
That's a beautiful
dress. The Chateau Elon up there in
Chateau
Brazelton,
Elon.
Georgia. Yeah, so we was bougie for the weekend. At the Chateau.
Oh,
yeah, and at the end of the night, that's me and my dog Rico. When I tell you, we was out of there.
Look, Bubba, you can tell that's the after picture because the jacket done gone, the sleeves done got rolled up. Bubba had been partying for a minute by the time
This is after James put his good foot on the dance floor. This is after y'all dance, ain't it? This is after you did the dance routine.
Most definitely.
So you
and
want
I don't
the
know
DJ
if y'all
that
saw
night?
the shoes. No, I didn't have to DJ. It felt
That
so
is
good.
so good that
y'all.
you got to enjoy and not
to
work.
enjoy it.
And
yes.
Oh, I love that for you.
And have fun with everybody. When I tell you, you stayed at the bar and then just on the floor all night long.
So you wearing? What is
you was throwing that ass in a circle.
Those Gucci's?
No, Fucci's. But I was able to just stay.
I love that.
I like the shoes though. I don't care what they are. Tell me where you got them.
Fucci, listen, because we not around here being phony. Yes, look, like I got some designer, and I got some things that you got to understand. Like it
I got
like
a lot of designer
I'll go
from
to
the
Target or I'll go to the consignment store I'll go to DD's and I have I have a name brand purse and then I have this one that looks just like a name brand purse. Doesn't have any markings on it or anything. But the clear folks love it. They love to see it. They be like,
man, what?
Where's that bag? That bag is so
glow in the dark now.
It's glow in the dark now. Somebody upgraded.
The glow. I heard
glow
that.
In the dark.
The glow. I like that too. The glow in the dark folks. They literally be like, oh
Is
my
that why
god,
they always
that
get
bag
caught
is
in
so
movies?
nice.
Is that never mind? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rebecca. I was going way off the boat right there. Go ahead. No. We just kicking it. We just kicking the shit. I just want to read James. I know this is normally your thing, so forgive me for stepping on your toes. But since we've been live and we've been telling people to become patrons, we've gotten like 5 new patrons. And I want to encourage you to go and become a patron. So I'm going to read these names so that the rest of you can have the fear of missing out. Patreon.com/like it or not. Special thank you to Mike Freeman for joining up this morning. Emil Daniels, thank you for joining up this morning. We also have Karen. We accept this, Karen. Thank you so much, Karen Belker, for joining up this morning. Stephanie, thank you for doubling your pledge this morning. That is awesome of you. And Brielle Williams, thank you for becoming a patron this morning. Patreon.com/like it or not.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate y'all.
For sure.
Hey, I think we need to get we can set this up for later, but we need to get Roller Dragon back on to record a promo because he did that so well, having people go over to Patreon. Roller Dragon, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you.
Matter of fact,
shout out to you, Roller Dragon.
Thank you, Roller Dragon. And I love to hear his voice because I didn't know that he sounded like that.
For real. All jokes aside, all jokes aside, no cap, all came in after he made that plea. All came in after 9:53 a.m. So shout out to all of y'all and to Roller Dragon for making it happen. That's what's up.
So you trying to tell me when it comes from a white man?
Hold on.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Bubba, he said he sang too, so we might have to get him on the official remix of the Like It
No, Laura Estrada, who did the
Frank
operatic
Sinatra.
version. Oh goodness, yes.
If he gives me Frank Sinatra, and then we got Laura Estrada giving us nice opera. That's beautiful. So shout out to Roller Dragon.
And Roller Dragon does sound stuff as well too. Roller Dragon is one of the ones talk about my mic all the time. So he does some like production stuff and sound engineering stuff as well too. So a lot of times when I see him say something about the microphone, I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and adjust this because most of the time I know what he's talking about. Yeah. So he's a bass man and everything. So Roller Dragon's out the chain, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
They're getting us together in the comment section, but it was good to hear Roller Dragon. It was good to hear Roller Dragon's voice because I know, and Roller Dragon is somebody who doesn't bite his tongue for no one. Sometimes he be in the comment section like, "No, Rebecca, I don't think so." I'm like,
But that's why I love him so much.
Yes, but I like that. I can appreciate that. As long as it's no crazy, but everybody's not gonna. And this is what I love about our family. We're not all gonna align or agree on the same things, but we can respectfully agree to disagree, you know, and everybody who wants to, you know, who doesn't like to do it that way, meet me outside. How about that?
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Speaking of,
You know me, Todd.
speaking of agree to disagree, I seen some of y'all people earlier when we had our little boxing segment that was trying to rush it on along. Y'all was trying to step on my greatness. I was interviewing to try to get a segment, and y'all just stepping all on my greatness. So I don't appreciate y'all trying to rush through my segment.
Dwayne did his damn thing too. And I was like,
And I
look at
missed
Dwayne.
it.
Only thing he had to do was have his camera on. I texted him last night to have his camera on.
Look,
He must
hey,
not.
I
But you
saw
know
that-
what?
I
Nope,
saw
it
that
was
this
the baby.
morning, Ben.
It
No,
was
I
the
saw
baby.
that this morning, Ben, and I looked at it, and I was like, when I got down here, I still got sleep in my eyes because I was just like 45 minutes past the feeding. So I was not camera ready today.
I told you.
Dwayne said I paid it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna pay that today.
Wait, you guys have to walk it back for me real quick since I missed that portion. You know, with my job. So talk to me. So Dwayne covered a segment, and I missed that.
So we had an awesome conversation earlier with Cereso Fort. Mr. Georgia Fort,
Georgia's husband,
and I hope he don't mind me calling him that. But Mr. Georgia Fort came on and shut it down. He was talking about boxing and he had a lot of good stuff to say. But I seen a lot of comments again. I seen a lot of comments. People was just trying to rush through I figured, you know, I ain't been here in like 3 weeks. People would like to hear my voice for a minute, but no, they was just trying to get rid of me. I was like, dang.
Dwayne, let me tell you, Dwayne.
Y'all was disrespecting Dwayne in the comment section.
Dwayne, let me tell you what happens is when you stop talking about politics for a few minutes, bruh, and they not used to it, they lose their mind.
I see. I see. I'm gonna have
But you do know,
I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and get my sports takes. That's all. That's all.
No.
Right here.
You could be
on
right
the Benjamin
here.
Dixon Show.
And the like it or not, and the on the clock and the Dwayne Sports Hour, whatever we're gonna call that segment.
Because we have to have a break
right
sometimes. A break.
We do.
We have to have that break, and we really need to help people understand that on Like It or Not, particularly because Ben in between On the Clock and Like It or Not, you can get maybe your specifics of just politics with Benjamin Dixon. You know, that's he. If you just want him, you can have him right in between that. He gives it to you. Now, after that and before that, you're going to have Georgia in the beginning, giving you what needs to be got with a lot of great stories. So a lot of great national and local, because she's right at the middle of a lot of what's happening. A local story. She's on the ground. She'll give that to you. But right after that, you're going to get like a Breakfast Clubby feel with us being able to still push political conversations. And the thing is, we need to make sure that we end it that way, because even there are issues and there are also great conversations and great strengths that we have outside of politics that we can all align with. And we even, we get our producers to jump in and in on the conversations. Y'all gonna let them in on these conversations, okay? First of all, Dwayne,
because they have a lot of good stuff to say.
He needs to talk about other things.
Right. I gotta have
hell, Baba Tunde.
Man, Dwayne,
I gotta give a shout out.
Tunde, bruh.
Tunde was brilliant last week. I just, not only on throwing those switches, but also on his analysis. Let me tell you, everybody around us is dope. And trust me, we're going to do, we're probably going to lose more patrons every now and then. Some stuff happens. People are particular, and that's fine. But I can tell you this, go back a year ago on our channel and look at our channel now. And go back 2 years on our channel, look at our channel now, and you'll see exactly what the hell is going on. We got some great stuff coming for you, and it's going to be more than politics, because the way they keep us from reaching the masses is by keeping us being angry all damn day, fussing about politics all day, and people have to go away to get relief. They have to go away to laugh. They have to go away to talk about sports. No. You're going to laugh here. You're going to cry here. You're going to fight white supremacy here. We're going to dance here. We're going to twerk here, and we're going to have the revolution here. So everything is here, including that next fight. And when the next fight, Dwayne, when's your next segment?
I'm gonna have to look at the calendar and see. But anytime y'all want me to talk about sports, I'm here. My mic is just a switch away. I just got to flip it on.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Real quick,
We got the best mic out of everybody.
I saw Marsh Reese say we got to talk about King Richard. We got to give people time to watch it, but that was awesome movie. Awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I need to talk about. And I didn't want to make it a spoiler alert, right? So I'm not going to make it a spoiler situation because it's still fresh, and a lot of people probably haven't seen it yet on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, definitely tap in. But
check it out, right?
On the social media, because I'm going to go to Twitter and I want to read you guys this tweet from a white woman on Twitter who actually made this comment on the Twitter and on the Twitter. She says she goes on the Twitter after watching the movie and she says. Her name is Dr. Jessica Taylor as well. She said, did they seriously make Did they seriously make a film called King Richard about the success of Serena and Venus Williams, but it's about their dad, Richard? ? She follows up with that tweet to say, I get this tweet has annoyed people, but I genuinely didn't expect a film about two of the most powerful, successful, and amazing Black female athletes to be named after a man or center a man. I would have loved this film to be all about them and not a man. That's it, really. So I really had to look at that tweet. I had to look at it again. I had to look at it one more time. The Black people, the Black delegation came in there and read her for filth. But I had to let her know, ma'am, their Black dad raised them and molded them into the women they are today. Honoring a Black father in an image outside of negative is out of the ordinary in America. And the Williams sisters do not do ordinary. She should have sat this one out and ate her macaroni with cranberries in it. I am sick and I am tired of the white feminist movement jumping into things and saying something that it is not, that it's not. It's not about that. It was never. If you're mad that this is centering a man, Venus and Serena were the producers of this film.
Come on, somebody.
They are the ones that made the decision to honor their Black father. And I know it makes you uncomfortable to see Black men being honored and not shot down in this country. But sweetie, do not step into Black business with that kind of take on things, because you're so used to making your complaints and making your opinions heard and you know, things moving and shifting when you speak. Not anymore.
Not today,
my
Satan.
friend. Not anymore.
Not today, Satan.
Okay, right.
Not today.
It was a good movie, though. Make sure you guys check it out.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I didn't know it was on HBO Max. I will catch it and we'll talk about it tomorrow. And we're gonna be talking about sports, politics, news, culture, everything that gets your day going. Patreon.com/like it or not. Rebecca,
hey, do we?
You
have
will fly this weekend too, Auntie.
This weekend.
Oh,
I being gonna cut me off when I say, hey, you still got to.
There's a delay.
Do we have a Patreon party this weekend?
It's Black Friday. What say you, man? I think if you're there, the people will be there. So you tell us. We could punt it to next. We could punt it to next Friday. Give everybody
not this weekend holiday. Because it is Thanksgiving on Thursday, and so I won't.
By Friday night, I'm ready to party. I'm lying to you. Like by Friday night, I'm ready to party.
I won't be in a place where I can. I won't be in a place where I can party.
Because I'm thinking about, because what I was thinking was doing, like, because I got to go out of town, so I'll be gone. But when I get back, I was thinking about doing a marathon. So starting exactly when I get back in town from Florida, which may about 2 p.m., and we go all night long, run it through the patron party, which maybe lasts till 2 a.m. So that's 12 hours.
What day is that? Saturday?
Friday. Black Friday.
Would be Friday. Ooh, now that's okay. We're gonna let's work out the particulars of that detail.
Yeah,
like,
we'll talk.
I can do the patron party on Friday. If you talking about the whole Patreon-a-thon, we're gonna piece it together because we got to do it. We should do it. We need it, and we need it soon. So let's coordinate off screen. To all of our patrons, we will let you know by tomorrow whether or not there will be a patron party this Friday. It's regularly scheduled for this week, but because of the holiday, we may make some adjustments. We will let you know by tomorrow. So that's it. That's all I got, Rebecca.
That was it. And that's it. No, that's it.
All right.
I was gonna say you were mentioning my photo this weekend. Y'all should see these DMs. And you know what I don't like? The question that people be asking in the DMs, like, dang, your man is lucky to have you. My imaginary man is lucky to have me. Reach out to him and let him know that. Like, I don't know, like, get out of here. But it's funny. And people were saying, oh, Rebecca, somebody said, Rebecca, I didn't know that you were body and brains. What does that mean? Olay, who I can't wait to see.
Thought you were non-corporeal or something? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's crazy. Olay, who I can't wait to get on the show. It's funny because people don't. If Black women can be sexy. And the thing is, outside of this show, outside of whatever, Rebecca doesn't like. I just be out here. I love to dress up. I love to do all of that. And Olay had this conversation online because she talks about law. She's a lawyer. She's on Law and Crime often. She's a friend to the show. She has very great takes that are on a lot of different platforms. But when she dresses sexy, people seem to have an issue with that. Or if she, speaks, people seem to have an issue with that because of the way that she may speak candidly on her own social media. Talking to my corporation, on her own social media. Listen, y'all, don't put people in the box that you created and expect them to live there. They not no, it doesn't work that way. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I was definitely tapping
Rebecca.
in my Bubba this weekend. What's up?
My mama said, "Let's go to Alabama and get you a good husband."
They fine over there.
I mean, I come from there, but I mean, girl, sorry, honey. Girl, child,
you are very handsome, Mama. Don't ever get it twisted. Mama know what you're talking about.
I know.
Mama knows
they country fed over there now. Do something good, girl.
They know how to, cook chitlin and hog moss.
Fat girl, and I am not that. One thing about it though, as listen, all bodies to me are beautiful bodies, and mine just happens to look like brackets, two
girl. Lines, right? Anyway, y'all, she tripping.
What kind of brackets? Wait. You talking about the square brackets or the squiggly brackets? Which brackets? Which
are you talking about?
The square. I'm not a square. I'm more of a rectangle, though. I'm just.
So you talking about them?
Rebecca says she's not an hourglass. She's
so it can't be these. It's not even parentheses. It's this. Whatever these are.
She's a greater than less than sign combination, bro. I'm done with you today.
So that's all it is. But like I was saying,
off my screen.
I ain't country fed. It's just it ain't happened for me that way. But God is good.
Slide on over to Mississippi. You get you a man who can cook you and feed you and get you country fed. You be all right.
All right.
Get you some possum, girl, but it's gonna be okay.
You might end up with some possum.
I was about to say,
Mississippi.
They gonna have you eating some stuff you ain't gonna know what it is.
Oh no!
Coon, straight off the top of their hot ass car.
Have you ate that before?
You out there?
Hell no.
Squirrel and everything.
I have to admit that my country ass in-laws, I love them, but they will be having some barbecue raccoon this week. I won't. But I did tell my kids that if they're brave enough to try chitlins this week, I will try it with them because I don't get that country.
Hold on, Ben. You ain't never had chitlins?
I do not do chitlins, brother.
What? I had chitlins one time, bro, and I never again.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all.
If my children are brave enough to try it, I can't be a coward.
Pig's feet.
I mean, I do pig's feet.
Some ham hocks in there, boy.
Listen,
I thought y'all was
country as hell.
I thought y'all was country.
Look, everybody got their
Okay,
food.
listen. This is my kind of country. Mississippi country. My pawpaw came down to visit. He saw some squirrels. He got a shotgun out, killed the squirrels, skinned them, cooked them, and fed us some grits and squirrel gravy. It was the best gravy I have had in my life. That's the country we got.
Holy cow.
I remember my cousin skinning a squirrel, and it was the most traumatic thing I'd ever seen because the eyeball popped out, and I was just like, "Yep."
So
I don't need Peter to come get us. Let's end this episode. Here's a good space for us to end.
Okay.
All hearts and minds are clear.
All hearts and minds are clear. Make sure.
I'm a pescatarian now, if that helps. No.
Oh, that's good. You stretch. You do yoga, and you're a pescatarian now. I saw that. I heard you could touch your toes now.
I can touch my freaking sis.
They're saying in the streets, man, they can bend over, touch your toes.
Bro, hey, I get low. Hey, I drop it. Hey, bro, I could drop it like I got apple bottom jeans on now, man. I fix my hip, bro. I fix my hip with this yoga. Yoga fixed my hip, and I can drop it like it's hot now. So,
if y'all want to see Ben's Megan knees, join Patreon and come to the patron party.
Because I will twerk at the patron party. Ask the patrons. I've already done it. What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
Patreon.com/LikeItOrNot. We obviously miss each other. That's why we're lingering here. But I got to go twerk on the beach.
I got
to go twerk on the beach. So
I'm on an unpaid leave. I ain't got nowhere to be.
Okay. and shout out to Six Roller Dragon Daddy. That's Lee Cloud's birthday is today. So happy birthday, Lee. He turned 45 today.
Shout out Lee.
Lee is the man. Lee is the one that be twerking at the Patreon parties.
Think of a middle-aged white man that basically got a dad bod like me. We battle twerk at the patron parties. So come on through patreon.com/.
You don't want to miss it.
I'm out, y'all. I got to go work on my twerk on the beach. So
and shout out to Mara Sharice. I wanted to, because I know I mentioned about, and I know we're gonna go after this.
Work on the twerk. That's a song, bro. Work on the
on maybe like a month ago that she was coming out with a grown and sexy lingerie line. So she did, and it's called Je Mérite. And you guys definitely, I guess, Mara, if you're in the chat,
what's it called?
Hey, drop that link. We love some good lingerie.
Yeah. You're right. Do you have male options? If not, then that's okay. We'll make it work.
So Mara, sorry to put you on blast, but I see you, baby. I see you, and I see what you're doing. And then I saw your little picture in your nice negligee, and I absolutely love to see it. And you're beautiful, and I hope that everything is going to be a very successful business year for you. And if you guys see her in the chat, definitely give her some love. And I love you guys. I love you guys. Cat, look, $ Becca's voice. Real
quick, Rebecca, because this is for you. Tasia, I couldn't drop anything in the line chat. I had to throw in for Rebecca's Freedom from BS Fun and Save the Squirrels. Love y'all. $108 super chat. Tasia, thank you so much. And I hope I said that right. I had to get that out. And shout out to everybody else that sent the super chats as well, too. And I'm sorry I didn't get to y'all today. But shout out to that one, because that one just came across.
Wow, man, Tasia, thank you. And thank you to everybody who's supporting.
Now I got to track it and give it to Rebecca. God dang it. Y'all don't send them cash apps. No, thank you so much for that. I'll track it and make sure she gets it. Go ahead, Rebecca.
I love you guys so much. And I was happy that we could extend today's show and laugh and continue to laugh with each other. I needed that. And I thank you guys. Dwayne, I missed you. I hope the baby is giving you everything, all the headache and love that you need. You say you sleepless, but it's all worth it, because, I know you've been waiting on this moment. So congrats to you on that. We've missed you. And what does Tunde look like? I've been trying to figure it out.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna send. Oh, you know what? I can't even do that. I think you would like Tunde, but Tunde is spoken for, so I can't even do that. I can't even do that. Yeah.
All right. No, it's all good. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning. So I'll see y'all
tomorrow.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, love y'all. Mean it.
Bye.
I got music playing, but it's muted. Boom.
Get your coffee, your tea, drink.
All right, y'all. We're going to take y'all out with a little.
It's time for Like It or Not, y'all.
Since it cut off earlier.
10:30, yeah. Like It or Not is on your channel, yeah.
We'll see how long it lasts right now.
Like we're supposed to, yeah.
Anyway, y'all, we thank y'all so much for tuning in. Patreon.com/Like It or Not. Patreon.com/The BPD Show. Y'all go ahead and sign up, y'all. If anything, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Mean it. Affirmation for the day is, like it or not, is going down. No, your affirmation for the day is, I am allowed to want a better life. I am allowed to want a better life. Y'all gonna be great, man. We love y'all. We mean it, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.
You know she got a good story for you. Oh, Benjamin, that's my dog. This is his show. He's a parlor.
I'm gonna add something in there for Dwayne next time, y'all. Holla, deuces.